Now, here's more of the Brian Beatty Real Estate Show on the Big Talker, 1250 WTMA.
Welcome back to the last few minutes of the Brian Beatty Real Estate Show here on the Big Talker, 1250 WTMA and WTMA.com. I want to talk now about, if you're a buyer, what do you do in this market? How do you approach this process? What are the things that you need to know? What's the right way to go about buying a home in this market, in a market where things aren't making a lot of sense? There's not an overall trend that supports it being a buyer's market, normal market, seller's market. And how do you buy a house and feel good about it? How do you prevent that buyer's remorse feeling that so many buyers have when they rush through the process, or when they work with somebody that can't help them understand what's going to happen before it happens, set right expectations? So the first thing that I would say is that what most buyers do is they start their search online. They look at some homes. Maybe they talk to a few agents about some of the properties in some of the different areas. Maybe they view some open houses. And then they kind of just choose the first agent that has a pulse and that can speak somewhat intelligently about the market. You know, when you're selling a house, you interview agents. It's a big decision. You want to choose the best agent. But for whatever reason, when we're buying homes, people just kind of choose the first agent that has substantive contact with them, that seems like they know what they're doing. My suggestion for you is to interview buyer agents too. It's a very important time in the market to make sure that what you're buying is priced correctly, that you're getting a good deal, that you're not catching a falling sword, and that the process is going to go smoothly. I mean, we have a VIP buyer program on the Brian Beatty Real Estate team, and it comes full with a bunch of things. But the first thing we want to do is we want to sit down with you and we want to learn more about your goals. We want to learn about the areas that you're interested in, the homes that you're interested in. And while we've created this search for you that represents everything that's going to hit the market that fits your search criteria, or anything that's currently on the market that reduces their price, obviously we want to let you know about those things. But I have a team of 20 people, and I can use all of this data that we have and all of this manpower that we have to find you properties that nobody else knows about yet. It's called shadow inventory, off-market properties. So we're going to look at for sale by owners. We're going to look at properties that were previously on the market that are no longer for sale. If you know specific neighborhoods you want to be in, we will call those neighborhoods. And I know it sounds silly, but over the past 2 years, we have sold 28 homes to our clients by literally going out into the world and finding them a house that nobody else knew about, which is pretty darn cool. And I will definitely give myself a pat on the back on that, because we want to go the extra mile for you in an environment where listings are fewer and further between, and in an environment where sellers are overpricing their properties and they're being stubborn about their price. It's a little challenging for you as a buyer. So you need to make sure that you're aligned with somebody that understands how to go about this process effectively, efficiently, and to your financial benefit. We also have, people that work with us consistently that offer us discounts. We get preferred treatment and pricing on a bunch of different things, whether it be from contractors or inspectors or attorneys or lenders. The people that a real estate agent surrounds themselves with that contribute to the overall experience can be a way for you to save money and save a bunch of stress, because we've already done all the hard work of finding the people that are the best in the community that can help you throughout the different stages of the process. And we quarterback all that for you. So as a buyer, you need to be really aware of the trends within your market. You need for that agent to not only find you some opportunities that don't exist or that other agents just won't do. They won't go that extra mile and find those properties. Maybe they just don't have the time or the manpower because they're so busy. And you need to make sure that we're really getting in depth with what you should expect out of that process and what that home is actually worth. Way too many homes out there are overpriced, and the seller thinks they're going to get it, and the buyers are saying, well, let's offer 5% below the asking price and try and get it for 2.5% off. That's not how you do it. But if you want more information on that process, give me a call, 843-345-1273, or go to listingsincharleston.com. And thanks for listening to the Brian Beatty Real Estate Show on the Big Talker, 1250 WTMA.
Join us for another edition of the Brian Beatty Real Estate Show next Saturday morning at 9 and Sunday morning at 10. Contact Brian Beatty online at listingsincharleston.com. That's listingsincharleston.com. Or call him at 843-345-1273. 843-345-1273.